Hello children, today we shall get into the chapter The Advent of Europeans to India. Dear students, the advent of Europeans to India, in this chapter we shall learn the following topics. They are trade relations that India had with Europeans, arrival to India for trading, Carnatic Wars, Battle of Plassey, and the British attack. In this capsule, we shall study about trade relations that India had with the Europeans and Europeans' arrival to India for trading. Dear students, our planet Earth is covered by 3/4 of water and 1/4 of land. We have identified our Earth into 7 continents. My dear children, there are few questions to you. Answer them carefully. Number 1. Name the 7 continents. Correct, your answer is right. The answer is Asia, Australia, Africa, Europe, Northern America, Southern America, and Antarctica. Second question. In which continent is India located? Excellent answer. Correct. Our country India is located in the continent Asia. Name the few countries in Europe continent. Correct. The answer is England, France, Holland, Portugal, Spain, Italy, etc. Children, since ancient times, there was a great demand from the Europeans, chiefly for Indian spices like pepper, cinnamon, cloves, ginger, and such other things. These products were exported to Europe, and these trades took place via land route. But with the capture of Constantinople by the Ottoman Turks in 1453, the European trade through land route came to an end. This was the chief reason for the Europeans to search for an alternative route, that is sea route, to India. The interest of trade in mind, attraction of wealth, and the eagerness of missionaries to spread the religion in India, these were the source of inspiration which promoted to find out alternative routes to India. Apart from these, many countries of Europe encouraged the sailors in their venture of discovering new geographical regions. The new scientific instruments like the magnetic compass, maps, and naval equipments helped the sailors in their sea voyage. By the use of scientific instruments, in 1498, for the first time, Portuguese navigator Vasco da Gama came to Calicut on the western coast of India for the purpose of trade. He became the first European to re-establish trade relations with India. In this way, the Portuguese enjoyed trade monopoly over the Arabian Sea till the 17th century with the arrival of the Dutch and the British to India. The Portuguese monopoly started to decline. The Britishers succeeded in obtaining trade permission from the Mughal emperor and the native chiefs. Gradually, they defeated the Dutch and the Portuguese and sent them out of India. During the beginning of the 17th century, the Mughal Emperor Farrukh Siyar granted 38 villages near Calicut to the Britishers. Gradually, the British occupied Madras, Mumbai, and made them their administrative and trade centers. They built forts around these areas and strengthened them. Now it is the time to think and answer. Question 1. Who was the first Portuguese navigator discovered the sea route to India? Excellent answer. Your answer is right. It is Vasco da Gama. Second question. Who were the other Europeans defeated and sent out of India by the Britishers? Very good. The answer is Portuguese and Dutch. Here is the third question. Which were the trade centers of British in India? Correct answer. The answer is Calcutta, Madras, and Bombay. Extending their trade in India, British built their own army to protect its trade, and it was their dreaming to establish the British state in India. The early stage of the 18th century was a period of great decline for the Mughal Empire. The native states of Oudh, Bengal, Hyderabad, Mysore, and the Maratha became independent from Mughals. These states were under the control of Mughals. Small native rulers of India tried to free themselves from the hold of Delhi. They came forward to seek the assistance of British army. In the subsequent days, the British and the French interfered in the politics of these native rulers to establish their supremacy in India. The British traders became the masters of the empire not only by the might of their army but also by using their acumen and cunningness. Many Indian kings were opposed to the establishment of British Empire in India. Important among them were Siraj-ud-Dowla, the Nawab of Bengal, Hyder Ali, and Tipu of Mysore, Kittur Rani Chennamma, Jhansi Rani Lakshmi Bai, who fought against the British. Children, pair up and answer these questions. Question 1. How did Britishers establish their kingdom in India? The answer is the Mughal Emperor Farrukh Siyar granted 38 villages near Calcutta. Later they occupied Madras and Bombay. They built forts around these areas and built its own army to protect their trade. Native kings were taking the help from their army and in return gave money, cities, etc. to the British. In this way, Britishers extended their kingdom in India. Children, here are some important questions. Note down these questions in your notebook and answer at home. Question 1. What attracted the Europeans to come to India? Question 2. Who were the kings and queens who opposed the British rule in India? Question 3. What were the reasons for Indian kings to oppose the British in India? My dear children, in this chapter, we have studied about advent of Europeans to India. Under this chapter, we have studied the trade relations that India had with Europeans. Europeans' arrival to India for trading. Vasco da Gama came to India by sea route and re-established the trade. Britishers obtained permission for trade and gradually sent out the Portuguese and Dutch from India. The important keywords in this capsule are Constantinople, Ottoman Turks, magnetic compass, Atlantic Ocean. And here is an extended activity for you. Activity 1. Discuss about the scientific developments have brought in many changes and write a report about it. Second activity. In the map of European continent, identify the countries and name them. Third activity. Identify the sea route from Portugal to India in the world map. Congratulations. Thank you.